Welcome to the fourth round of Formula FG, today from San Marino, the Imola circuit. Today in the commentary box I am joined for the second time by Jimmy Laad. How are you?
I'm very good. I'm looking forward to this race, especially we've got another front row lockout for DTK.
Yes, that is the big news. Qualifying has been run, obviously. We got DTK, a massive front row lockout, Hunsley in Rinyaho. And then really very surprising after that in the top 10, because we got both seeders that have jumped up into third and fifth. Poirier, he's had a shocking amount of form recently. He's gotten into fourth. And then Rob Sharp for Evo GP. Evo are not doing particularly well at the moment, but is able to get into 8th place. So very good effort by him. Be very interesting in this race. Of course, it's also the debut of Britishman Tom Barrett in the Monster. What are your thoughts? Good signing, or will it be a struggle for him for the rest of the season coming in late?
Well, he's not coming too late. You know, he's only missed 3 rounds, and Monster, they've had a podium in every round, so almost, he's not exactly coming into a bad team. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. But 19th on the grid for a debut is not too bad, but could have been better.
Could have been better, but apparently rumours have it that from some of his previous racing before joining Monster, he was better in a race situation. So it'll be interesting to see, because Monster have done pretty well in the races as well.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty obvious. But I mean, they've had, it's not the greatest qualifying session for them, 11th and 19th. Lindner now is permanently on the pit wall, so he won't be able to do anything special himself. Have to leave it to his charges. Nonetheless, 75% race distance today. It's going to be dry. That'll be fun. Should be quick.
Well, at least we can see if if 2-stop or 1-stop is good again. Because we found out last time that 1-stop was quicker, at least in Interlagos. So,
yeah,
we'll have to beat Imola.
Be very, very interesting nonetheless. Let's get it started then. Formula FG round 4. Here we go.
Brazil, because it was a bit dull, to be honest.
It was a bit dull,
got to admit.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't as exciting as everybody crashing in the wet.
No.
No, there was about 3 people went wide somewhere.
Well, I mean, William went wide late on. Here we go. That's good. Right now, we are on the grid in Imola. I'll hand it over to Jimmy.
Yep. DTK front row, seeders behind. 3 lights are on, 4 and 5, and the race is go! Big long hold. Everybody gets going well. Good start from DTK's. Poirier's dropped back a little bit, but not too much. But he's got a good second win past
Someone's gone really high up there. Got airborne. That would have been Sigulakis there in the Speedy.
Doesn't seem to affect him though. He's still going.
No, and I wonder if that's just caused Saeed to drop back a bit.
Yeah, it looks like side by side with Sharp and Sigulakis back there, but DTK's keeping good lead. Foro's
Deal has made a good start. He's up 2 spots already.
Past both Saeed and Poirier. Honestly, Rinyaho pulling away with each other. Head towards Acque Minerale.
Rob Sharp there having a look. Not a good idea. I was racing there over the weekend. You can't really do that without crashing.
It is possible, but you will crash.
Yes.
Maybe it will happen.
Possible to overtake, inevitable to crash.
Yes, exactly.
Nonetheless, Hunsley holding his lead from his teammate. They're going to have to watch out. Deal will be on a chart. No, it's still Foro in 3rd place, but Deal will be close to them as well.
I think Oops has got up to 9th in the background there.
Seemed it. He was ahead of the Apex, which would be Rautavara, that's for sure. Yes.
So the end of lap 1. In lap 1, Hans leads from Rinho and Foro. Everybody's spreading out a little bit. Hopefully it'll close up later.
Yeah,
Looks like Route of Ara and Utsa. No. Keeps it behind though.
Chaco in there now. He'll have a look at Route of Ara. We'll have a look from the back of Foro.
Nice to see a new team having a good go up in front though, because Cedars haven't exactly had the best of luck so far, and it'd be good for them to have something to cheer for.
Of course, it was the commentator's curse in Malaysia, talking up Foro, and he happened to run off the circuit at the next corner while he was running strongly. He still finished in the points, but could have been a lot better for him and his team. They haven't really gotten on top of it. Apparently, little activity before the Brazilian Grand Prix was a problem. Here we go. Here's one of the 2KF1s. That's McNamara, head of Engberink. He's on a charge.
Yeah, he's got past Keranen at some point. Side by side, it looks like
hello.
Kerenen's having a look at Engberink. Is he going to get him?
Kerenen's got
That's
Engberink.
That's the current championship leader, up to 15th. He's going to have a long day if he wants to keep that championship lead.
Agreed.
Huntley, decent lap. 1.2 seconds behind pole time.
Rob Sharp looking up the inside. He's going to think better of it. Will he be under pressure from Utsa? I think he will. Rinho though.
He's dropping slightly back into the clutches of Foro. This could be a pass soon, or is it just tyre saving or fuel saving? Lock up from Sigolakis into Tosa.
Actually, if I say anything, Rob Sharp's gotten himself back up onto the tail of Sigolakis through that little through the sector, and it looks like
the lock up has dropped him some time there for Sigolakis.
I'm not sure if it was the lock up. I think Sharp is just driving really well. He's up. He went
Sigolakis nearly wide.
He went a long way into Aqua Minerale side by side with Sigolakis then. I said, possible to overtake it. Not a great idea, nonetheless. Andy Black?
Yeah.
He's going to have one of the Apexes having a look.
That was Daniel Harvey. So Hunsley's pulling away from Rinho now. Foro's close, but not really close enough at the moment. Come across the line to finish lap 3. Sharp, not past Sigolakis yet.
Looking at the mirrors, Utsa might be really close to Sharp. Oh,
I think Sharp's got a run here. Straight's not really long enough, and the turn 1's just a little bit too fast really for any big overtakes to happen. You're going to have to be really ballsy here if you want to overtake someone.
Here comes McNamara on the back of Harvey then. I think the problem there was Sigolakis was ready for it, and we saw it there as well. Black would have been looking, well, whoever it was, both of them defended very strongly into that chicane.
Yeah.
Sharp
again having a look into Aqua Minerale. He's going to get him at some point there, or have a massive accident.
Neyron was getting all crossed up there. Davizioso's gone past him. Oh, hello, someone's off there. That's one of the 2K.
That's Keranen, championship leader in the gravel. Well, he was talking about Aqua Minerale being awful. He's just straight on. That's the classic mistake there. Just managed to keep it slowed down in the gravel though, and get it going again.
So Keranen drops to the back.
That gives a massive opportunity for anyone else who wants to take the championship lead.
Very much so. Of course, Keranen operating under a larger disadvantage due to his status as a team manager, so you'd expect at some stage that he's going to drop right out of contention.
But McNamara's right behind Harvey now. He's going to have a look into turn 1. He's going to try dip to the inside. No.
He got a long way up there, but
straight's not long enough.
Possible.
So Hunsley's lead up to 1.5 seconds now. Foro's stuck about 3.5 tenths behind.
Barrett there, he was having a look at Demas.
Yeah.
I think it was that way. I don't think it was the other way around. I'm pretty sure.
Well, he's 5 laps into his debut. He's settling in now and obviously looking a bit racy. Let's see how it goes for him towards the end of the race. Into Variante Alta, which is of course the high corner. Translated Aqua Minerale, lovely name, but when you translate it into English, it's mineral water, which is not quite as cool.
Not got the same ring to it.
No. Looking back from 4-0, Deal is close, but not really close enough at the moment. So coming to the final corner, which is Variante Bassa, which is also the low corner, obviously referencing the fact that Alta is a lot higher than Bassa, and they are basically north and south of each other.
Keeping up and down of each other.
Yeah, exactly. Chaco having a look at the back of Rautavaara again, but again it's that turn 1. Not enough of a straight really, and not enough of a break for anything to happen.
Ooh, Sigalakis went a bit wide there. You just didn't quite get off the corner as you would have hoped, and Sharp, who was a distance behind, got right back onto the back of it there.
But he's still there. Utsa right behind him now, wanting to join in and pick up any pieces that may occur. Neyron locks up. So that would be Noak trying to get back from a pretty dismal qualifying again for the Elite 2 team owner. You know, he had a decent run into the points, but in Brazil, but it's looking like he's going to have to live with the strategy this time if he wants to do that.
It's also very interesting to look at the bottom 3 runners are all team managers. The only other team manager left driving as of this race is Poirier, and he's in the top 10, but that was courtesy of a very strong qualifying effort. Whereas his colleagues, two of them had
Sigalakis again.
Oh, Sigalakis smoking brakes. Sharp's gone past. It's going to take Utsa. No,
Utsa's passed, and
there's no problem.
No problem. It's just got it badly wrong. Utsa looking up the inside of Sharp into turn 1.
Not going to get it. Let's go back a bit.
Yeah, just a very big lock-up for Sigalakis. Might have just ruined those tyres. Better run off the corner for Sharp and Utsa. Straight past. Easy.
Even Rautavaara was catching at a rate of knots. I think he was definitely wasn't quite close enough, if I'd be honest though. But anything
along the straight.
Now this is unlocked Sharp. He's got a massive gap to that would be Saeed ahead of him. Saeed, who remarkably is not in 11th today. I wonder if it's to do with averages. You know, he's had a couple of poor runs. He's sort of been a bit behind 11th, so he has to get a good run to average back on 11th.
Yeah, he's on the better side of 11th this time.
By all means. 11th,
and he'd much prefer to stay this way.
He knows we love him. As we watch Hunsley getting a little bit.
He got a little bit smoky there through high corner.
Yes, he's
lost
8/10 of a second.
Yeah, no, he seemed to lock up his brakes both onto the right hander and the left hander of that corner, which is not going to help for the long run out of it. But again, overtaking has been hard so far and might not be a disaster. Harvey runs wide.
Oh, he runs wide again. Oh, and he's off the circuit. That's a big mistake. Big lock-up, big mistake. He's in the clutches. That'll be Barrett. Will it?
Yeah.
But Dovizioso's going to have a look down the inside. Not going to get it. Interesting.
Yeah, Harvey seemed to run wide into the first part of Rivazza, then run into the gravel on the second part, and then rejoined basically into the path of Demas, who just avoided him, which hasn't really helped Barrett now, because he's now lost Demas, who he's battling with. Hunsley pulling back away from Rinyaho after that little mistake at Variante Alta. Foro still keeping Rinyaho in his grasp, but not passing yet.
It'll be interesting to see if later in the stints anybody's going to be able to make any pushes through the field. We're looking at Nowak here. The Elite 2 car, the Mercedes engine in the Elite 2 car, has been reported to be extremely powerful in race trim. Of course, the Entec has been regarded as one of the strongest all season, but apparently even that is starting to get left behind by the Mercedes power there. That'll make it very interesting later in the season, because there are some better tracks for power and overtaking later in the season. But right now, probably not the time.
Yeah, circuits like Imola and Monaco, you want qualifying. You just want to have really good qualifying and just be able to defend in the races more than anything. And that's what the Toyota engines have given the DTKs, and it's showing today.
And in a way, also the Megatron engine in the Viper. Definitely helped Waria. He was able to extract the best out of his car. Andy Black, not horrible.
Well, he won in Malaysia. He won in Malaysia, but I think the retirement early on has just slightly knocked his confidence. But I'm sure he'll be back at some point.
Now then, this is a good story so far. Evo GP there in a lot of trouble, not just on the track with performance, but also off the track with the actual competition organisers. We got a yellow flag. That's actually Oh, and there's the debutante, Tom Barrett. That's a massive shame.
Oh, he's run wide, trying to defend from Dovizioso. Hit the gravel, lost it, actually spun around and taken himself out. Well, it's not really the way you want to finish a debut, but you said earlier, you called it. Somebody tries to overtake into Acqua Minerale. It's either not going to work or it's going to be a big crash.
Now,
and that's exactly what has happened.
I have to look there. I didn't know Monster had Michelin tyres. I wonder if that's a problem. Maybe in his inexperience, he's accidentally somehow gotten the wrong tyres. Possibly could be a problem. I have to wonder that. Have to wonder if nobody in their team noticed.
Well, it might just be some Imola specifics, because here at DTK we've been forced to run groove tyres this weekend after.
Oh, another yellow flag.
Turn 1. Is that going to be a failed overtake? Oh, it's Berner. Stefan Berner has gone into gravel. Is that just a mistake? Is that a crash? Is that just the failure of anything? Oh, he's just gone straight on. I reckon.
Transmission. That's a transmission problem there.
That's an unfortunate event. That's unfortunate, but.
And so all of a sudden, the race has heated up a little bit. We've had 2 retirements now in half a lap. Could this? We're up to lap 10. We're a fifth of the way through the race. Over a fifth of the way through the race. Hello, somebody's off Acqua Minerale. I saw it on the map. It's Steele. Last race winner.
Winner. Oh, contact with Sharp there. Sharp just keeps it going, but will there be any damage from that?
Was there contact is the question. Here we go. We're watching on board with him coming down Acqua Minerale. You can see in the top left is Steele.
Ooh. Only just though, only just. But
that's really that's really. Oh, hello, Pablo. He's got his teammate Uta. Is that allowed Sigalakis through or? No,
it's allowed Sigalakis to catch back up to Uta. But again, it's the curse of the victor. You know, Keranen won in Australia, retired in Malaysia.
Another person
Black
off it. That's
Neyron.
Neyron's gone off at Acqua Minerale as well, all by himself. He was actually already behind Nowak and Keranen there. I don't know how that's happened. So he's flown off.
He's tanked the wall, but he's kept it going. Probably have to pit for repairs. Maybe not. Not too sure. But so, yeah, as I was saying, curse of the winners. Deal winner last time out in Brazil. It's not gone too well. He got himself into a good position. He slid off. But so far, he's still going. He's not retired yet. Rautavaara's got past Utsa at the background.
Rautavaara has indeed, yes.
Foro is looking very close now. Foro is very close to the back of Rinjaho for second. We could see a pass soon.
We'll follow now. Yellow flags are gone. Stefan Berner's car is off the circuit. Foro having a look down in
Foro
the
looking up the inside of Rinjaho. No, he has to keep his nose clean there through Acqua Minerale.
I think he prefers to keep his nose full stop.
Yeah, because he's in a great position. The team needs a result like third, so you can just keep it towards the end, keep it going. You know, don't pull off any stupid overtakes and gather loads of points. But
well, see,
DTK's...
I'd be telling the opposite to my drivers. I'd be telling them, make all the stupid overtakes you want, just don't crash while you're doing them. Just to pull you off there. But by all means,
that's
no silly mistakes from him, and he'll get a great result for him and the team. Saeed, of course, was the first winner of the F1 series. So he's got pedigree in the simulated careers. As Rob Sharp, could this be a moment he's going to make a name for himself? Because let's face it, the Evo GP, it's not the greatest car at the moment. If he can make a solid finish in the points, you have to say, even if nothing else happens this year, he'll be hot property for next year.
Oh yeah, I mean, look, he's 6 seconds ahead. He's in 6th place. Sigolakis runs wide there and causes a major traffic jam into Tosa. But if he just keeps the position and just lets everybody else battle behind him, it's a decent tactic, but I'm sure he'd rather just be quicker.
What we have there, I was going to call it the start of the Sigolakis train, but it's not really. It's actually a speedy sandwich, because Engberink was at the end of it as well.
Speedy sandwich with Jaws at the back.
Noaki's going to have a look at his teammate. No dice, Deal trying to get back on with some form of...
Sharp is pulling away from Deal here.
We definitely saw a Sharp. He was bottled up early in the race. Oh, hello.
Oh, it's side by side with Saeed almost into the Variante Bassa.
How has this happened? Saeed's gone wide.
Saeed through the gravel at Ravazza, slight lock up.
Sharp.
Not very useful there.
Sharp onto the scene in moments. Will he be able to do anything with it?
Well, it's not the first time he's pressured somebody into a mistake, as we saw earlier, where he got past Sigolakis. So will he do it again, Saeed?
It's possible. I think, by all means, the Cedars, fantastic effort, but I'd be very surprised if they can hold their positions throughout the race. I mean, Saeed, let's not... Oh, hello.
Oh,
smoking in the background.
Smoking.
And that's an engine problem.
Again for Rinjaho, that's his 3rd retirement in 4 races. If he's not going to get that to the end. Major disappointment there.
Through goes Poirier. And that Toyota engine has given up the ghost entirely. It's only a matter of time before it completely conks out.
Keeping it going though, just about. But that leaves Foro is now 2 seconds behind Hunsley, and he can probably chase him down now. And that will promote Sharp up to 5th again. He's having a good race now so far.
Definitely keeping it going. Here we go. Here comes Saeed. Could Rinjaho, because I doubt he's going to come into the pit. Something just tells me there's... Yep, he continues.
No, carried it on.
So is this going to impact Saeed and Sharp?
Not really. I mean, it might slow Saeed down slightly on the exit of the corner, but again, straight's not really long enough for anything to happen.
And say what you will about that Toyota engine failing, it's failed completely now.
Yeah, it's died.
It's gone. So that's that. Yeah, I went there. he'll pull off. That is Tapio Rinyaho's race done. Massive shame for the Finn.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, and no,
Noak's gone. Well, this is being a bit. This is becoming a bit of a run to the finish, a bit of an endurance race with cars blowing up and crashing everywhere.
Yep, we've lost a massive number of them now. There we go, Rinyaho out the race. Engine.
So this will be number 4 if Noak doesn't fix that.
Which, you know, is a team manager, but I know from experience it's not very easy to tinker with the cars from inside. And he'll pull off at Aqua Minerale, the second portion of it. And that's going to be
I wouldn't exactly say that's the best place to pull off, but it's somewhere to get out of the way. Look, Foro is now catching Hunsley. He's made up about 4 tenths in that last lap on him. So maybe he's been given the hurry up from team owner Rami Saidi.
Once again, it's coming to a point in the race, lap 15. This is where we're going to start seeing some interesting differentiations of strategy. I mean, we're coming up to a third through the race. You're 2 stopping. This is the sort of time you got to start looking at it.
Yeah, I mean, Brazil last time out, the 1 stop was faster. So will the teams have learnt that, or will they just go for the 2 stop and hope that they can just carve their way through the field again? Although it's been shown already that overtaking is not very easy around this circuit.
No. McNamara here, 2KF1, he's in the top 10, and Utsa's actually dropped out somehow, so he's made a mistake somewhere, I fear, because he's in 11th, Engbrink's 12th. Dimas has gotten himself into 13th, and how on earth that's happened, I have no idea. Harvey's in 14th.
Black's down to 15th. That's unfortunate for the Malaysian winner.
And that's
but not quite as
he started.
Chaco pits.
Chaco's pitted?
Chaco has pitted. I think there's a few more coming into the pits as well.
So here we go.
Chaco and
2
Dimas.
stoppers.
In we come.
Neron goes through. So yeah, here we go. It's starting to become interesting.
We'll see who blinks first after the leaders.
Who is on... Well, now this will be interesting as well, because now there should be no problem at DTK on better strategy. But does Hunsley have the fuel if he was on the 2-stop?
I mean, looking at Foro pulling in, it might seem that Hunsley's on a 1 and Foro's on a 2 and he's been given the hurry up on low fuel, or it could just be that Foro's just on a charge at the moment, no matter what, and on the same strategy, or it's the other way around. We never know. Even I don't know, and I'm the owner of one of those cars.
Becomes interesting when you don't even know what your own team's doing.
Yeah, it's just... I mean, we just put some fuel in and then Jack goes, oh hang on, I'm run out of fuel, better pit then. And then we work it out from there. Into Variante Alta, on board with Neyron.
Sharp into the pit lane now for Evo GP.
So Evo GP fueled up low for the start of the race, so that's 2 stop for both of them. Utsa's pitting.
I could explain. Utsa. That's interesting, because Utsa's not really gone anywhere, so the 2-stop strategy, he's elected to go for the 2-stop again.
Well, he might be thinking, well, I'm in a bad position, I'm stuck in traffic, get me back in some clean air, push in some fast laps, overtake people. So look, Sharp has rejoined ahead of Neyron, who hasn't even pitted yet. So actually know how far back he's got. Looks down to 16th, looks like, from the pits.
So Sharp in 13th, I mean, it could be worse.
Then again, nobody in front of him has pitted.
Nobody in front of him has pitted. He's actually still ahead of Neyron, who hasn't.
Although he has had a big gravelly moment at Aqua Minerale earlier in the race. The Foro's pitting looked like a mistake because there's a bit of a slide, but no, it's a pit stop. So yeah,
it might have been a mistake.
Well, my suspicions earlier about the fact that Foro was catching Hunsley and being on a 2-stop may have been true. Well, it turns out they probably are, because I can't see anyone getting to the end yet. No.
Deal's in pit lane, so actually that's interesting. BRT, it's not a case of one going...
Splits.
Well, not a split strategy, yeah, they're both going on 2. And it's actually Utsa that was brought in first, and I wonder if that's because they found clean air maybe beforehand?
Might be, because it's not gone well for Deal so far with his big off run at Aqua Minerale.
He was there would have been radio conversation. Honestly though, he's
still plugging away. So Sharp's got past Rautavara. That's probably an overtake rather than a pit stop. No, it might be a pit stop.
Might be a pit stop. I don't think Rautavara wasn't ahead of him when we were looking before, that's for sure. Black is pitted as well.
Dropping down to almost last behind, just ahead of Dovizioso. So he's now up to 3rd. That's going to help his average for 11th, isn't it? Up to 3rd for a few laps. So Kennanen, now he hasn't pitted yet, but he's into the points. Championship leader, 9th place.
After a large mistake for him as well. Utsa, a little bit of a brake lock up, and another little bit of a brake lock up.
Little bit smoky from the wheels there through high corner. Whoa. Engbrink has pitted.
Lost a bit of time through the little chicane. Wonder if he was I wonder if they've been trialling a Scandinavian flick. It sort of seemed he sort of chucked the car to the left, caught the wheels.
Forgot that it was a chicane. Yeah. Forgot that it was a chicane. I mean, it might have worked down at Tosa, but not through a fast chicane like that. Rautavara having another look at Sharp wasn't going to pull it off there.
Ooh, he's got a lot of speed on Sharp.
No, closing the door on you, mate. Not coming through now.
Interesting. Sharp does he? Oh, hello, Foro.
Oh, Foro. Then Foro is going to keep it out the wall. Just about. Is he going to keep it going though? That's a massive shame for the Cedars driver there. Great form, looking good, and chucks it away in the moment.
Yep, but he's not moving out of there very quickly.
Car's fine, it's just Poirier pits from 2nd. And Sigolakis from 4th as well.
I don't think he's going to get out. I think it sounds like he's got it, but I wonder. That could be it.
That terminal?
Yep.
If it is, no, yeah. Oh, that is a major shame for the Cedars driver and the Cedars team. Foro was doing so well after a great qualifying.
I wonder.
And
he might
with
have
the retirement of Ringo,
he might have just backed it in there, and it might have just chunked something out, maybe in the gearbox or something like that. Didn't seem quite right. He had it ready to go, and he sounded like the engine was still going. Nothing doing. Massive shame there for the Cedars driver.
A bit of gravel might have flicked up into the car as he was going sideways and just gone inside and wreaked some havoc on the insides.
Could have.
But yeah, as you said, major shame. But it's just making Hunsley's job a little easier. Harvey up to 4th now, hasn't pitted yet, but might just be on a 1-stop. It's a nice helmet design he's got there at the bottom. What's that? Big lead over Karen, it seems. But remember, Karen's already slid off. So Rautavara is still stuck behind Sharp, and is that's Neyron coming into play. Well, yes. He's probably on a 1-stopper.
Here's Saeed into the pit lane now. About 21. Could that be a
early 1-stopper?
Two shorter stints. McNamara passed like the rest of the I wonder if Saeed's going to be doing 2 shorter stints now. He's done his time. gotten rid of the heavier load through the start of the race. He's gone through that. He's in second place actually. So now is it the time to really blast to the finish?
Well, look like Harvey up to third now, Karen up to fourth. But again, yeah, 2 stops, probably out of the window now. Engbrink's at fastest lap back then.
I think that's Poirier behind. The bright white helmet. Yep. So Poirier has pitted. There's Saeed.
But they're right behind Keranen here.
Of course, Keranen will have to pit. Now, I think unless he's doing similar to Saeed, or the theoretical Saeed strategy of still a 2-stop, because I doubt I doubt Saeed's going to go 26 laps. So
no.
Keranen,
well, he could make it. You never know. He might have just gone for a lot of fuel, long tyres, or it's going to be a quick splash and dash at the end. Perhaps get a bit of cash for fastest lap. Never know though. Dimas down in 15th there. He's got Black behind him, and is that Oops ahead of him? Harvey pits from third.
It would have to be Utsa, really. I don't think Deal would drop back that far.
No. But, yeah, as I said, Harvey's in from third. So again, this is kind of verging on 1 stop, maybe still 2 stop. And Neyron also pits. Engbrink again with the fastest lap. We're 8/10 of pole time at the moment.
McNamara in second through Aqua Minerale. He's a very long way back. So wait, Neyron's out of the pits now. It's back into 17th. And
so I think at the moment, this is probably 2KF1 are hoping for a red flag right now, because then they'll get second and third. But don't think that's going to be happening. So 18-second gap between Hunsley and McNamara, and 30 seconds back to Keranen. Hunsley is probably on a 1-stop now, and that'll be, unless something drastic goes wrong, it's probably going to be an easy victory. But, you know, it's a long race, stuff can still happen, could have some weird pit stops at the end. Well, no. Neyron down 17th, not last, it would seem. I know it would seem last because of Fires retired, yes, sorry. 5 out of the race.
5 out of the race so far. They all happened rather quickly, and now people have gotten to the pits. They've had a service. Sharp really defending hard. Rautavar is struggling to get by. You have to say there'll be a few laps before anything else happens. Everything's been able to be checked. Engineers are double checked. Tyres are right. Engine should be fine. Airbox cleared. Telemetry looked at. There won't be anything wrong. They would have fixed it.
Well, there might be, because remember we've still got a few cars up the front who haven't pitted yet.
Well, yes, those cars are the ones in danger, yes.
Yeah, Andy Black still towards the back, still with the Dutch flag on his car for some reason. Obviously it's not helping that it's not raining, and he's trying to invoke the spirit of the Dutch, always fast in the wet. It's just struggling in the dry.
Yes, that was a very interesting second race, wasn't it? Because all 3 of the Dutch drivers got points. I say all 3. You have to include the half Dutch, half Malaysian Andy Black, half Danish. all Danish, half Malaysian, and half Dutch Andy Black. Yeah,
because we've had home winners so far, so I think, as it's looking, I think Hunsley's got a bit of San Marino in him. But I think McNamara's pitted in second.
Could be possible.
Harvey sets fastest lap.
That's interesting. Yes, McNamara has pitted. He's in 6th. It's
6th
interesting.
though, that's good recovery drive. It's ahead of Sharp.
He's popped ahead of Sharp. That's very interesting. That
of course, they've probably all got to stop again. Yeah. Look, we are at half distance now. 24 out of 47.
And the longer this goes on, the weirder it is, the strategy on Hunsley's part.
Yeah. Oh, Hunsley pits. There we go. Hunsley pits. So, race leader's in the pits. Karen's keeping it going. Will he take the lead or will he pit as well?
Be very interesting. Is he even close enough to take the lead, even if he wanted to?
He probably could do. I think it's going to be a...
Nope, he'll duck it.
He's pitting.
And with that, as we watch Karen in the pits, we'll take a break right now. We'll be right back with the San Marino Grand Prix right after.